Welcome to Head in the Clouds. These days, we all feel very inconvenient to put on masks or keep a social distance with your friends when going to public area. And the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic has lasted over a year, and it has certainly brought many difficulties to our lives and to society. And in this video, we will be discussing the pandemic and the development of the vaccines that everyone looks forward to.
On December 31st, 2019, the WHO contacted China about a media report of a cluster of viral pneumonia in Wuhan, later on attributed to the COVID-19 that we're all familiar with. Scarcely a month later, as the WHO declared the virus as a public health emergency of international concern.
Within only 30 days, the pandemic was well underway. The coronavirus had spread over 70 countries within 6 continents. There are approximately 85 million cases with 1.8 million deaths around the world. And since Taiwan is dealing with the pandemic quite efficiently, we have only 808 confirmed cases with 7 deaths, and most of the cases were recovered. And Taiwan has taken immediate responses different from other countries, including organizing mass distribution, use of GPS and health insurance data bank to keep track of any suspect patients.
And many industries like tourism are greatly affected. This is for the first time since the Great Depression that the economy are deeply influenced. The approach the world took is not in a timely manner, despite government carrying out lockdown, quarantine, or taking COVID tests when wearing masks. The outbreak of this pandemic has caused heavy casualties.
So this is just a brief background introduction. Our main focus of the video will be the development and the distribution of the COVID vaccine. So far, the most successful vaccines that have been developed to fight COVID-19 are the biotech COVID-19 vaccine, the Kelly Ford vaccine, and the Oxford Uni AstraZeneca vaccine, and Moderna vaccine.
In early December, the United Kingdom became the first country to approve the BioNTech's new vaccine with its effectiveness of 95%. Later on, it was also approved by the US government and other countries. Based on the data from Amnesty International, 96% of this vaccine was being used and obtained by those wealthy countries.
And for the Moderna vaccine, the situation is almost the same. Over 10 billion doses of vaccines have been pre-ordered by most of the first world countries, and as such, several questions regarding the distribution of the vaccines have been raised. Questions like, which countries bought most of the vaccines, and is there a fair way to distribute the vaccines?
According to BBC News, 27 states in the European Union and other 5 wealthy countries have purchased most of the vaccines, particularly Canada, which has ordered enough vaccines for each Canadian to vaccinate 5 times. By contrast, nearly 70 low-income countries can only vaccinate 1/10 of its population.
Anna Marriott, Oxfam's health policy manager, said that no one should be blocked from getting a COVID-19 vaccine because of the country they live in or the money in their pocket, unless something changes dramatically. And that's the point. In this case, the new Crown vaccine guarantee mechanism, also known as COVAX, has been established. This is a global initiative led by CEPI and WHO, and its aim is to accelerate the development and manufacture of COVID-19 vaccine, and also to guarantee a fair and equitable access for every country in the world.
Even so, the distribution of the vaccine is still a controversial issue. The pandemic has brought a lot of changes in our lives, and there are still doubts about the vaccine. So, what changes have brought to our lives and how can we solve the problem? Let's listen to the public voice.
我觉得是造成心理的压力，就是你可能会想说，你身边人是不是有得到这个病，可是你不知道他是什么潜在的什么东西，所以你会很紧张，说这个人是不是该信任或者是什么，造成我什么压力？对对对，
就很麻烦，因为出去要戴口罩，也不能出国，而且那时候夏天很热，然后都通勤上课就很热又流汗，然后就很麻烦啦。
就是戴口罩最有感了，就是要一直这样戴着，对。
可能都是那些比较有钱的国家买到，所以等于像非洲那些可 可能也有疫情的国家就没有那么多钱可以去买疫苗，反而会越来越严重，所以觉得说就是可能还是疫苗的帮助可能还是有限，
应该些副作用什么都是还没有完全摸索清楚，所以这样直接就是这样很大量的发下去，其实我是觉得不太好。而且最重要是他们的那个观念要改吧，就是因为还是很多，就算有疫苗出来了，他们还是不戴口罩，所以我就是觉得是有发跟没发是一样，就是还是要先把疫苗跟观念都弄好再说。
可能县市啊，一个县市先配个多少量，然后先让老年人，然后小朋友先去做这样的处理。
我觉得还是先以就是优先者为考量去做施打，因为像如果是你财产比较多，就是你的资源比较多的人，那你受到的照顾也会相对比较好。但是相较于贫穷的人，他们的医疗环境也没有那么好，染疫的几率也比较大。
世界卫生组织应该要去明确的界定出我们现在应该会照这个进程之下会产出的量，然后怎么样去分配，可能就是要再商议说，哪一个国家的需求量比较高。
可能国际组织就要比较帮助一些比较贫困的国家，补助他们之类的，就是让买疫苗，
经费补助之类。
对，或者是直接把疫苗分发给他们，就分发一部分的有效的分发给他们这样。
The participants from the street interview we had brought us some interesting ideas, and many people had different opinions regarding the topic. But the one thing in common was that they thought wearing masks was an inconvenience, and they feel a lot of pressure to do so during the pandemic.
Besides, most of them agree that the vaccine should be firstly distributed to the people in need, such as the frontline health worker, the elders, and the children. Some criticize the wealthy countries' behavior of getting a high proportion of vaccines and leaving so few for others. The public thinks that the government should take responsibility of fairly distributing vaccines and try to avoid ordering an excess amount.
Yes, as many people said, the People's Vaccine Alliance is now calling on all pharmaceutical corporations to produce COVID-19 vaccines to openly share the intellectual and technology property through the WHO Intellectual Access Pool, so that billions more doses can be manufactured and can be available to those who need.
Steve Cochran, Amnesty International's head of economic and social justice, said the holding of vaccine actively undermines the global efforts to ensure that everyone, everywhere, can be protected from COVID-19. By buying up all of the vaccine supplies from the world, rich countries are in breach of their own human rights obligations.
Instead, we should work with others to share our knowledge and supplies. Together, we can bring an end of the global COVID-19 crisis.
Last but not least, we strongly agree that the first world country should avoid action that will harm access to vaccine elsewhere, but also to provide assistance to the countries that need it. The world needs their help.
And this is the end of our video. Hope you enjoyed. And if you like our video, please like and subscribe to our channel and follow our Instagram. Bye bye!
And many industries are and many tourism like but the
到底有什么好笑的？
好笑。